Yo, what's up, guys? It's Naga and if you want to watch more of my content, you can catch me live on twitch.tv/Nagastrike. The link will be in the description. So, this is Black Adam Guide, and before we get into the combos, a quick disclaimer. I didn't play beta at all, so I don't have crazy credentials. I'm not going to sit here and say I was a top 10 Black Adam main in the beta or anything like that. There are some things I did leave out as well, and feel like going back and re-recording. So like jab jab down air, or like aerial down B to neutral air. There's just stuff that I just simply forgot to record. Um, but you can kind of like play around with it in the lab and like use all the stuff that I give you in the combo section, and you can kind of mix and match all the routes and everything. Um, you can kind of figure out where they're gonna go off of certain hits and just like be creative, figure it out from there. You can come up with all kinds of different stuff and feel free to show me all the cool stuff that you guys figure out. But anyways, just a disclaimer, I didn't do like crazy amounts of testing and labbing, I just kind of played around and figured out some stuff. So I'll give you like all the basic tools and routes and then a few advanced combos towards the end, some like longer chains and stuff like you can do. Not everything in here is like 100% true, you know, full disclaimer there. Some things are like DI dependent or percent dependent. I also don't know anything about like the weight classes in this game. So I tested everything on Shaggy. Percents and all that could be different depending on the character. So just wanted to get that out of the way as a quick disclaimer. And thank you guys for watching. Enjoy the combos. Alright, so let's talk about perks real quick. On Black Adam, I've been running the Circuit Breaker. Honestly, this might not even be worth it anymore. I've been considering just going over to Well-Rounded. So it only gives you additional damage on the debuff, which I'm pretty sure only works off your neutral B. And that's like not very consistent to get in matches. So I'm starting to believe that this doesn't really do a lot for you. So I think Well-Rounded is probably the best option. If you have consistent ways and combos to get yourself into that neutral B and get that shock debuff, you could go ahead and run Circuit Breaker for the extra damage, but I'm starting to think it's not worth it. Hierarchy of Power literally does nothing in 1v1. This is just strictly for doubles. I don't even use it there. I don't know why all this other stuff's here. Fucking, we got some Jason, we got some Banana Guard. Alright, so for your first rune, I feel like you pretty much got two options here. I've been liking the Ignite one lately. Before that, I was running the Snowball effect quite a lot. It's just a nice flat damage increase. Anything else I don't really think's worth it. After allies run out, that doesn't work in singles. And then it's like armor for 1 second after you parry a projectile. Armor after respawning for 2 seconds. This is another projectile, a shield, and then weakened. So I don't think we need any of the projectile stuff because we have bubble to help us out in that matchup. You know, our grounded down B. And then press the advantage is like okay, but I feel like if you're already hitting them above 125, you're probably killing them anyway. So I just don't see it. So snowball effect or ignite, pretty much your 2 options there. Second one, I really like Last Stand. Since we're Black Adam and we're a little bit heavier, we can take a lot more damage before we die. So getting those weaken stacks really helps you find some like early kills. You could take move speed if you want, but I'm pretty sure that only gives you grounded speed, and we want to like play in the air a lot. So obviously taunt, not worth it. I don't think collateral damage is that good. Like you could make an argument because your down air is like one of your most common tools. I mean, it's just like 1 additional damage. I just don't really think it's worth it. Airwalker is cool too. I know a lot of people have been showcasing some tech around that. I personally haven't messed around with it, period, let alone for Black Adam. But I think in general, like this guy, you're looking for those aerial moves. I don't think his grounded moves are like too good. Also giving up your parry for this. I just don't think it's worth it, but feel free to play around with this and let me know if you guys find anything cool. And then we got dash attack breaks armor. Don't really care about that. Our neutral air, the big clap. It's really good at breaking armor, and the hitbox is absurd. So I say pretty much your only option is Last Stand, but feel free to play around with collateral damage and Airwalker if you feel like it. Last one, I just take Pugilist, you know, extra damage. You got Static Electricity. This one's ass. You have to stay grounded for way too long, and the second you go up in the air, it starts the timer all over again. This one, I don't really think is very worth either. Like, it's okay. Maybe there's some tech with it in 2s, but in 1s, you know, you get a ring out. You just, like, go back to the ground and you got everything back again anyway. I don't really see a point. Parrying an enemy projectile will reflect it. Again, we have the bubble. Don't really need this. You could take it if you really wanted to, though, just for that extra utility. You know, maybe if you want to parry like an aerial projectile, like a Tom and Jerry, like the Jerry rocket up in the air, something like that. I don't know. Armor killer, we don't really mind those. We have a Nutra to break armor, so we don't care if they use it. And then armor crush, once again, it's literally pointless. So yeah, that's it for runes. Actually, real quick, I wanted to show something. I wanted to mention something because I think it's kind of weird. So we have flammable dock, right? And how this works is so you can melee after with a projectile to ignite them, right? So if we go and do our up tilt, you see it gets the ignite tag. So that means that our up tilt, like the lightning strike, is counted as a projectile. But if we go down here and put on static electricity, this says your next projectile applies shocked. So that means, oh, I didn't equip it. So that means our projectile, after we build up the charge, our projectile will get them shocked as well. So that means our up tilt should give them shock. We gotta stand here, build it up. You can see it's fully charged. Go for up tilt. But he doesn't get the shock debuff. You can tell he doesn't because he's not like got lightning all over his body. Here's what it looks like. It's a neutral B. There's the lightning all over his body. So yeah, I don't know. I just think that's kind of a weird interaction. Maybe it's a bug, I don't know. Again, I don't really recommend that you use this static electricity rune. I think it's pretty useless, but just wanted to point that out because I thought that was weird.